Hello, everybody. My name is Cousin. Nice to meet you. This is my daily challenge speaking English for 30 minutes straight using total stack questions, no script, just spontaneous answers, just like the real exam. Let's get started. So, today is day 112. Day 112. Review time. So, I watched the series of drama in Netflix, and the series is Japanese one, and it's called the first one. There are three seasons. Yeah, like seasons, but each season is totally different. There's no uh, there's no connection between them, but the concept is the same. And the first one, the way I live, and the second one, me, her, and her way of life. The third one, the way I walk. So those series are really moving. I I was moved. The first one, he was diagnosed with the disease and told that he had only 1 year to live. He was diagnosed with the disease and told that he had only 1 year to live. So that disease changed his life. He was thinking about the future all the time. So save money and do firm job, do stable job, and for the future. But he realized that he didn't have the future, just only 1 year. So that changed his life completely. And the second one, me, her, and her way of life. He, the hero is a guy who is an office worker, and he tries hard. He tried to get promoted in his job. But suddenly his wife said she wanted to divorce, and that changed his life too. So before that, he didn't love her daughter. He just relied on his wife to take care of his daughter. But the wife went yeah, his wife left him. His wife left the home, his home, left him and daughter, and his daughter, and their daughter. Daughter, their daughter. His wife left him and their daughter, so he had to take care of her. Then he started to love her, love his daughter. But sometime passed. Then his wife came back, and she tried to regain custody of the child. She tried to regain custody of a child. Regain custody of the child. Then, that's the story. And the third one, the hero is a guy who is a person with a disability. That is disability. The disability is autism, and his family is struggling with dealing with him. But he started to work at the zoo. He got a job at the zoo through someone's introduction. Childhood friend. So his childhood friend introduced him to a zoo, and he got a job at the zoo through her. Actually, childhood friend is a woman, and she was Mediterranean. Mediterranean. Veterinarian. Veterinarian. veterinarian, veterinarian, veterinarian. She was a veterinarian, and she uh, is working at the zoo, and you know, she is a childhood friend of the hero, who is a person with a disability, and she introduced him to the zoo, and he got the job at the zoo thanks to her. So but lots of uh, problems happen, and people around him uh, have to deal with the problems. So, but not him. They realize something important uh, thanks to him. Like he cannot do lots of things. So, but he can do very. It is less gonna. It is less. What he can do is few, is few. There are few things he can do. There are few things he can do. There are few things he can do, but but you cannot say if there are lots of things you can do. It is very good. You can't say that. Even if you can't do lots of things, but the important thing is doing your best. Doing your best. Doing your best. It is important that you do your best to do what you can do. It is important that you do your best in what you can do. Best with. It is important that you do your best with what you can do. It is important that you do your best with what you can do. You are not great because you can do lots of things. It is okay that just you do your best with what you can do. That's the important, that's the point. So something like that, like they realize things really important, they are realized by the hero. They are realized important things by the hero. So the 3 seasons, they are really moving. Yeah, I want to eat snack during this challenge. Yes. Yeah, somehow I have to do this challenge, even if I don't want to do that. Even if I don't have any motivation to do this. Because I said I would accomplish this challenge. So review time. Person with a disability, autistic person. The most polite saying is that a person with autism. So the third one, its hero was a person with autism, and I don't think they are translated into English. I don't know whether you can watch those dramas in the US or in other countries, but they are really good. If you can watch them, you should watch them. The number of days in a year is 365. But once 4 year, it is 366. Okay, English questions. Will human become too dependent on technology? Yes. Yes, they will. I think they will become too dependent on technology in the future. Because AI is superior to us, the human being. I'm not smarter than AI. I know that. There's spirit to me that get it. Superior to human beings. AI is a spirit to human beings. So if you wanna create something great, you should use AI's hands. It makes it easier to do that. And it makes it faster. And it is inevitable. Because we cannot resist to convenience. Convenience, だね。Convenience. あれ We cannot resist to convenience. We cannot resist convenience. We cannot resist convenience. No need to. We cannot resist convenience. We cannot resist convenience. "22 minutes. Have passed. It's been 22 minutes. So we have to accept technology somehow. But like, if you want to realize something important, you shouldn't become dependent on technology. Like, you should live in rural areas, and you should live a self-sufficient life. You can realize obvious things, like, how beautiful nature things are, or maybe you will be able to appreciate every day. I don't know, just my opinion. But there are some people who already understand the valuable of your life. Some people think everything in their life every day. Some people realize that, but sometimes we forget. Yeah, it sounds hypocrite things. Fine words, empty talk. Nice words. Maybe it sounds idealistic talk. Sugar-coated words. Yeah, I think so too, but seriously, I sometimes feel great when I see the sky, or I feel happiness when I eat dinner with my family. Just just not that great thing is actually great, beautiful, and gives you happiness. It sounds sugar coated words. Idealistic talks, sugar coated words. It sounds sugar coated words. Maybe it sounds sugar coated words for you, but I believe it is true. If you try to find happiness around you, you can find happiness all the time if you try, or if you realize. So if you live what's that? If you live a self-sufficient life, if you live a self-sufficient life, you can easily realize what is important. Because you have to do everything on your own, and you have to do, you can realize how difficult you live on your own if you try to live a self-sufficient life. I've never done it before, so just easier said than done. But I just think like that. Yeah, I don't want to do that. I don't want to live a self-sufficient life. But if I believe that I can realize lots of things if I live a self-sufficient life. That's my guess. But this week I was too lazy, so I didn't do anything. But it's okay. This week is my break. Thank you so much.